Hi, everybody. It's Frankie, and welcome to our kindness chat. And today, our wonderful guest is Shannon. She's going to tell us all about quantum human design and all the other amazing things that Shannon does. So, welcome, Shannon. Tell us all about what you do.
Oh, thank you, Frankie. Good morning. Uh, well, mostly at this point in time, I'm focused on quantum human design, but I do study the metaphysical realms, um, mediumship, healing in that aspect, and spiritualism. So a little bit of all of that kind of goes together. So it's whatever is inspiring me at the time, but my main focus is the quantum human design.
Okay. And I'm going to throw you a little curveball before this became your path. Like, what led you to want to study these things or study quantum human design?
Everybody is always searching for their purpose, what they're supposed to do in this lifetime. What are they here for? What are they supposed to accomplish? And sometimes somebody figures that out and they think they have it, and then as we progress and we go through our life stages, we look back and we try to figure out, did I accomplish that in those stages? And sometimes we're lost at that point in time, be it empty house syndrome, or empty nest, excuse me, syndrome, what, for kids, for those. And then it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And people feel adrift. Sometimes they're trying to do a lot of self-improvement, and they're looking back into their life and figuring out, okay, why do I keep repeating over and over these same mistakes? And that's where I was at. I was like, okay, I'm trying to search for answers and figure out what truth is my compass, my internal north pointing to. And that's basically what it is as well. Human design is discovering your internal north for yourself, because that's where the answers are truly at, is inside yourself. You're not going to
Sure.
find them externally. And figuring out why and how you make your decisions, how you view the world, how you interact, and then making those adjustments can really be a game changer. And
Okay.
so I stumbled across it in answer to your question, and that's, I was like, it something clicked. It was like, okay, well, now that totally makes sense in the grand scheme of things when in looking back at uh, benchmarks in my life of why some of those decisions were made and the impact that they had on me, and how I can adjust the rudder of my life, so to speak, to make it more fulfilling.
Okay. And why would somebody want to use quantum human design?
Well, number one, it's going to help you rewrite your story, really answer questions within yourself that are the hard questions to ask and to answer. Um, and it gives it's a roadmap, and it's unique to you. It is your blueprint to what you decided to do in this lifetime.
Okay.
So
And you need a birth date, right, in time. So it has something to do a little bit with astrology, right? But not necessarily.
correct. So quantum or human design in its original, when it was originally formulated, was by a gentleman by the name of, I wrote it down, Alan Robert Krakauer. And he's since deceased. He was from 1948 to 2011. He founded the system. He had a mystical experience that lasted about 8 days. And I'm probably going to butcher the name, so I apologize. But Ibiza, Spain, and he received a download, spiritual download, over a period of 8 days from the voice, and that's how he created the human design and the school, of which actually is run and still going on in Sedona, or out of Sedona is where his headquarters were. Quantum human design is was developed more in depth by, and I study under Dr. Parker, and she studied under what his name he went to when he created this was Ra Uru Hu. Okay, and so she studied under him, and human design as he created it was designed to awaken us, of which we all want to do. That's what spiritual development is, or whatever you want to refer to it as. Self development, personal growth, um, is the desire and the goal. That's what he wanted everybody to wake up. So it was kind of harsh. It was designed to help you decondition from things in your environment, from your home to your work life, everything that externally affected you. Dr. Parker took it the next step. Once you were awakened, then you needed a framework to continue your growth, your development, and rewrite the story. A lot of people nowadays live in a time frame that we minimize or make ourselves small. We don't live, or we don't speak to ourselves to the fullest potential that we could become. And this assists you. So it uses elements from the I Ching, the Kabbalah, astrology, okay, to put all these things together, and your birth date. And you can't make that up. You can't change where the planets were aligned when at the time of your birth. It's and the effects. So it's really interesting, complex, and deep system.
So they come to you, and I know you did some videos on the app. We have the app, A Little Bit of Kindness. Shannon's done some videos on the quantum human design and talked about it, and she'll probably be doing more. So be sure to download that from Google and Apple. But tell us, Shannon, like, so they come to you, and what's the process of getting a human design reading?
So, and again, with information, sometimes you too much, and it's like, whew, okay, where do I start, and where do I take that, and where do I synthesize it, and that kind of thing. So we start out with the basics, and we give you your type and strategy. Just two things, just type and strategy. And you would think that wouldn't be that much, but when you're trying to figure out, okay, I'm a projector, I'm a generator, I'm a manifesting generator, I'm a manifester, or I'm a reflector. Those are the different types, right? They have different strategies. Okay, so when I'm talking to people, they're like, well, we all work the same. Well, we don't all work the same. We don't see things the same way. You and I, Frankie, see things totally different, based on type and strategy. So, for example, the generator type would wait to respond. So when they're offered an idea, or somebody comes to them with a business proposition or a job or something like that, then they respond to it. I have to wait to be invited as a projector. So if I don't wait to be invited and I start expressing all my ideas and thoughts and everything, it shuts people down, or it comes across as bossy. And so when I learned that, I was like, okay, well that makes sense. It wasn't that they didn't think necessarily that what I was saying wasn't accurate. It's just they weren't ready for it. So learning those kinds of strategies, especially when you're trying to work within relationships, or even at work with your peers and your coworkers, can really make a difference and decrease your stress level.
No, that makes sense because we all are different. And if you know how to approach things, I think that makes a lot of sense that it could help you a lot if you knew that ahead of time. So,
Mhm.
so we come with our birthday, you run a chart, you tell me the type, then do we sit and have a session virtually, in person?
We can do virtually, and I can Zoom. I can do in person if you're local in Arizona. Um, but yes, we can do online sessions. Is mainly how it's
Awesome.
going to be. So,
Okay.
mhm.
And you have a bunch of different programs that you're presenting, and you'll have those. They can look at sessions and different kind of programs that you have. One, they can watch the app, A Little Bit of Kindness, and download the mini ones. But then if they want more in depth or they want you to read their whole chart, they can go onto A Little Bit of Kindness's website and book some private sessions with you,
Mhm.
correct?
Yes,
Okay.
my email and phone number is listed, and at this point in time, that is the best way to contact me.
Yeah, and through the app, you can also reach out to Shannon or through the website, a little bit of kindness.org. Um, can human design explain why some people burn out easily while others seem to have like tons of energy? I always say, like, how do they get all that energy? I need a lot of sleep. So,
Yes, it can. And for example, some individuals have an endless supply of energy. And what's interesting is some would think, okay, well, they have an endless supply of energy, no problem. They never get tired or burn out. Well, they do if they do not use their energy correctly as well. So if they don't expend all of their energy, then they don't sleep well at night. They don't rest. They don't wake up recharged for the next day. If you have somebody like myself that doesn't use their energy correctly, because I don't have an inexhaustible supply, then it's easy to burn out. But what's interesting is we have open centers and we have closed centers, and that's a something for you to get with me so you can find out what that means because it's based on the chakra system as well. But for those open centers, I amplify the energy of the people around me. So I feel like I have an endless supply and I could be like the Energizer Bunny, but I can't be the Energizer Bunny. So it's easy to burn out in that regard. So, yes, learning type, strategy, authority, how to use the energy correctly. That's also how it works. We all want to use our energy correctly because we're energetic beings. It's
okay.
keeping that open and that flow going smoothly.
All right. And then also, it can help you kind of determine your path and follow your intuition and inner guidance. Is that right?
Correct. Correct. Some people may look at it like when you're following your intuition and everything's aligned, things work well for you. It's easier to manifest. I don't like tossing out the word manifest um, so easily because it's not a matter of, oh, I feel like I'm in alignment now. Everything should come to me smoothly. That's not it at all. There's a lot more to it. But when you are truly responding to yourself, this is actually what I like to say when is quantum human design. And when you realign and respond to yourself and work within yourself on the self-development portion, and you align yourself correctly, you listen to yourself, then things are going to go better for you health wise, in all aspects of your life, because you are listening to your body, not externally, but you are taking accountability and responsibility for yourself because your body will tell you.
That's great.
Your
And
body
so,
will tell you.
on our Spirit Tribe Tea Talk show coming up, which we do live on our YouTube channel and podcast, Shannon's going to be comparing all of our co-host charts together. So she's going to talk a lot about how we react and communicate things. So I think that it's going to be interesting. So if you haven't checked out the Spirit Tribe Tea Talk show, it's on our A Little Bit of Kindness YouTube channel, and it's also on Spotify. It's on iHeartRadio, all of those. But check out this upcoming April show, because you'll hear her talk more in depth about quantum human design and explain everything. What brings you the most fulfillment in your work right now, Shannon?
I've always, since I can remember, wanted to be of service. So my background is in nursing. I also was in the military. I also continue to serve now in different capacities. This gives me that vehicle to do so. The biggest satisfaction is seeing the aha moments or the tears of joy that somebody has. And I'm not going to say it's always joyful, because sometimes it's that person releasing that pain, but they realize, okay, finally there's something that explains what it is that other people have not been seeing that I have felt. So it gives me that vehicle to still continue to assist people in actually helping themselves. That is the greatest satisfaction.
Well, we thank you for your service and for helping people. If someone watching today wanted to start living more in alignment with their design, what's the first step they should take?
Contact me. I'll run their free chart for them, give them an overview of what type and strategy they are, and get them started on the correct path to discovery. The other thing would be, make sure to keep an open mind and be ready to discover the infinite potential that is yourself.
I love that. I love the open-mindedness. So, well, thank you, Shannon, for being here. If you want to contact Shannon, there'll be a contact at the end here. You can also go to the app, A Little Bit of Kindness, and download it on Apple and Google. Shannon's got her videos on there, and she'll be putting more, educating you. And you can also book a private session with her through the website, alittlebitofkindness.org, on the service page. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you so much. And I look forward to the conversation on the show in a few weeks.
Frankie, it's a pleasure as always, dear. Thank you.
All right. All right. You guys have a great day. And as always, sprinkle a little kindness wherever you go.
Have a great day.